believe that telling someone I love you doesn't have to be said with 3 words. In fact, it only has to be the 2 words. Pesky girl. You're always a slut for opposites attracting, and childhood friends to lovers, and good old-fashioned character development. You couldn't care less about opposites attracting. You're just here for the real fashion icons of Pokespy, and honestly, who can blame you? You like the concept of frantic with the whole opposites attracting, contests versus battles, beauty versus brawn kind of thing, but you take issue with the way that Ruby and Sapphire are treated within the Pokespy narrative, and acknowledge that their story could be better fleshed out. Also, you think Licia is just really freaking cute. You're a Gen 4 stan, and you're just waiting for those remakes so you can see Pearl/Barry running around like a madman in epic 3D. You just want someone who will bake cookies for you, and that's relatable. Your ideal date involves wacky hijinks, but the only things that ensue are the friends we made along the way. You know that this is the only OT3 on this list for a reason. They're just so pure and good, you can't split them up. Listen, you spent years waiting for these two to give each other a goddamn hug, and you deserve every panel of them holding hands and never letting go. Basically, you're valid. You want a wife who's going to be just as rich and ambitious as you to become the ultimate lesbian power couple. You're an esteemed icon who also loves a good power couple. Your top priorities are keeping things cute and keeping things canon. You couldn't care less about keeping things canon. All you care about is edgy boys treating their girlfriends right. You're an underrated icon and you deserve some recognition. You saw Yellow doing whatever it took to bring back her hero and said, that's cute. And then you saw the two of them blushing when they were with each other and you said, that's cute too. And then you saw them develop a really nice friendship and try to save each other continuously up to the point that they were frozen in stone with Yellow protected in Red's arms and you said, that's really cute shit right there. You're always a slut for the brooding, grumpy character and their partner who is made of sunshine. Your ideal date is an elaborate game of cops and robbers. Your ideal date is being robbed by a pretty girl. Your ideal high school romance is shy wallflower and class clown. Your ideal high school romance is theater kid and class clown. You've made jokes about these two being gal pals, except somewhere along the way you got too deep into the ship and oops, now you like women. You just wanted to get some goddamn work done, but everyone else is screaming, so you seek out solidarity with the one other person here who has any brain cells. You want a girlfriend who not only could kick your ass, but would do so upon request. As a child, you consumed so much chocolate and candy that you are now able to stomach the absurd amounts of sweetness that these two provide by being together. Also, let's be friends. You couldn't care less that Satoshi Yamamoto draws these girls as very skinny because you believe that thick thighs save lives. You're a fan of the childhood friends dynamic, and you really don't want me to tell you that he views her as a big sister. This is just the same joke as frontier shipping, except instead of childhood friends, it's more like a we were raised in the same traumatic environment and had to escape together dynamic, which is slightly worse if I'm being honest. You probably like the enemies to lovers trope, and you also did not read the Emerald arc. You probably like the enemies to lovers trope, and you're a lesbian. You probably like the enemies to lovers trope, but I'm still calling the police.
This is a crayon.
I'm calling the police!
911, what's your emergency?
You have not read Pokémon Special, you just like the anime. You like ships that are actually canon! You're always a slut for a good protagonist-hero, ex-protagonist-hero love story. You were probably an Anglophile in like 2012. Or maybe you just had a super hulock phase of 2012? It's okay, we've all been there, right? Maybe? Either you're a short king who just wants to treat a girl right, or you're a tall girl looking to place a kiss tenderly on the crown of your man's head. You're always a slut for a good rare pair. You thought to yourself, you know what's better than one adorable badass superhero girl? 2 adorable badass superhero girls together. You want to be with someone who is not only a good partner in life, but also a good partner in battle, possibly an archer who will kick ass and look good doing it. You want good things for this world, but you acknowledge that some crimes can never be forgiven. Also, you're gay. You are a strong proponent of the immortal proverb, be gay, do crime. You are Vex. You started off just liking the dynamic of the loner and the literal personification of sunshine, but now you've gotten to the point that anytime you see these two clowns together, you go absolutely feral. Your type is himbos, and your ideal date ends with kissing your homie goodnight. You will do whatever it takes to be noticed by your grumpy senpai. You just think Gold is kind of a dick, and honestly, who can blame you? Let's be honest, you're just here for some rivals to lovers. You probably watch AMVs. Your shipping experience started as a joke, but eventually became a loving, hardworking endeavor, much like the relationship between these two fools. You're always a slut for underappreciated characters getting the wholesome love they deserve. You think mutual pining is the best fanfic trope, and if it existed, you would totally read a 100k fanfic of slow burn yearning with these two. You are wholesome. You just want good things for Wally, and really, who wouldn't? You just wish Wally had more page time in the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire arc. You're only here for the butch femme representation, and by God, you're gonna get it. You know for a fact that all those tender bro memes extend to Sapphire as well, because she is, in fact, a bro. Also, you love watching chaos. Do you exist? How many years has it been? You've been watching these idiots grow and change from the moment their rivalry first began, a rivalry which would grow into a mutual respect and later bloom into a beautiful friendship based on trust, admiration, and a healthy amount of irritating the shit out of each other. You believe that the greatest love story in this godforsaken manga is finding someone you can call the one true rival of your life. I'm like 99% positive you also ship Zuko and Katara. You don't understand why everyone is so mad. The Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire arc was great. You wish Lycia had more page time in the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire arc. I do too, fam. I do too. You want to be wooed by a skater boy, but are you prepared to face the consequences? He was a skater boy. I said see you later, boy. I'll be backstage after the show. You think dumbass boys like Gold have potential, and you're either stubborn or sweet enough to see it through. You wish Gold was more like what Gold thinks he's like. Your ideal high school romance is preppy teacher's pet and class clown. Okay, how many times can I call Gold a class clown before I'm beating a dead horsey? Let's be real. You want to date someone who's confident, but whose confidence you can easily squash by beating their ass in a game of Mario Kart. Like me, you're an intellectual, so you'd gladly simp for Crystal. I'm gonna take a wild guess that you read the Percy Jackson books and really like the whole idiotic boy x smart girl ship, and honestly, who can blame you? It's midnight and you're texting your best homie to tell him to get a good night's sleep. Turn out your light, bro, you say, and he says, I can't. Why, you ask? He says, because you are my light, bro. And you say, bro. And he says, bro. You're just here for some pretty boys with stupid hair. You think that these guys probably would have gotten along more if heterosexual norms were not a thing. You think comedy would be vastly improved if John Mulaney was actually gay. I'm so sorry. You stay up until midnight writing manzai with your BFF, which eventually devolves into the two of you trying to make the other scream. Whether in laughter or in rage, both options are good. Your ideal high school romance is class clown and class clown.